the other side.
Hi Jess, we're
Hi,
just
Caroline.
having a gossip. I just want to touch on briefly, we haven't spoken before, we haven't met before.
That's right.
I wanted to do like everything that you would do.
Yeah.
There's just this lot over here.
Yeah.
And we will ignore them. So we're in Cynosure HQ and they are responsible for supplying brilliant lasers across the UK, and I'm here for Potenza.
That's right.
What
yeah.
is Potenza?
So Potenza is a radiofrequency device, but it combines that with microneedling. So it's sort of a double threat, if you will. But the benefit is not only do you get the mechanical injury, which our skin responds to so wonderfully because of wound healing, etc., collagenesis, you've also got that thermal activity coming down the needles. So on top of mechanical injury, which is great, we have also the heat, which is wonderful for warming the tissue, excellent for skin tightening, skin firming, skin brightening, all the good stuff that we all want, and we all want our skin to have. Yeah.
I want all of that, please.
We want all of it.
So what's the procedure sort of from start? Obviously we'll go in when we do the treatment room, but in terms of like how you know that you're appropriate for treatment, what
Absolutely.
the contraindications are.
Yeah.
So I'm 54, and I've got a 54-year-old face. So is there a certain age group you target it to?
Good question, really good question. So with all aesthetic treatments, there are patients that perhaps we would suggest something more invasive for, but the wonderful thing about Potenza is it's almost suitable for everybody.
Right.
There are no skin type issues. There are no, we can't treat skin of colour, for instance. It's absolutely available to all Fitzpatrick skin types. And
Which is really,
so rare,
really
isn't it?
rare.
It really is. You know, historically with laser treatment, it was much more difficult to treat skin of colour and more richly pigmented skin types. So with Potenza, that's aside. As long as the skin isn't sunburnt, and we don't have 6 to 8 weeks, go away, you've had your holiday, come back to us. So we don't have any sort of curtails with that. So that's excellent. In terms of age group, really good question, available to everyone. But what we do during consultation is we think about who we've got and sort of what age group they are, and then we talk about what we feel we can achieve. So if someone is, and we talk about this a lot in clinical training, if someone is sort of 75 and has the skin of a 75-year-old, perhaps smoker, sun worshipper, maybe never really done much before, we can absolutely do the treatment. They're not contraindicated, but what we do is we talk about realistic expectations.
Yeah, you're not selling hope in a
or a
laser
neck
here.
lift, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what we are doing is we are delivering the microneedles with the radio frequency to achieve skin tightening. So really good to promote all of the collagenesis, firming of the elasticity of the skin. So it's excellent, but it's absolutely it's not a neck lift, for example. Yeah. This is a really lovely. The Cycloplast is wonderful for healing, and actually, if the client can get this post-procedure to use at home, wonderful.
And you can.
And you can, absolutely. So it's sort of basic, really, but Natrasan is similar to things like Clinicept, and they are just going to absolutely take away anything on the skin. So it's antibacterial, gets rid of any germs on the skin, and you are then prepared for your microneedling treatment. This is good because it's not alcohol, it's not stripping your skin like historically we had to do. These are great.
Yes.
We are going to very shortly topically anaesthetize the skin, and we do that for absolutely everybody. It's a must, really. So that is going to go onto the skin, onto clean antibac skin for about 30 minutes, and it will just take the edge off those needles going in and out of the skin. We always have a white pencil for marking up, so we're going to mark treatment zones if we feel necessary. Obviously spatula gauze just for adding and taking away product from the skin, headband just to give everything away.
Woohoo!
And
then this little comes
this is
up.
really good to see actually. So obviously all sterile in its little pouch before we pop it open. So S25, what does it mean? So we talked a lot earlier about how we can customize the treatment with Potenza. So what this actually means, because it does mean something, it's 25 needles. It doesn't always have to be 25, we have less and more for different patients. And S stands for semi-insulated. So when we look at the needles, we've got our 25 needles here, and this is where they come out of the tip. They don't just deliver radio frequency out the tip of the needle, they have another uninsulated area midway on the needle. So you're getting RF delivered from tip, but also midpoint.
So double whammy.
Absolutely. So we use this when we really want to achieve skin tightening in lower face. Perfect for exactly what we talked about during consultation. So the other option to that is to use an insulated needle, which the radio frequency is only being delivered from the bottom part of the needle.
Oh God, I've got a fat head, to be fair.
We have got the option to go deeper than that. It even goes down to 4, obviously not necessary with the face. We also have the option to change the impact, so it can either go or... Still okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We would expect it to feel like something, obviously. This is like spot on, so I'm really happy with that. Yeah.
Like I've just done a really big scrub.
Definitely. You're like been on the beach, you know, that kind of like windy, windswept feeling. You're going straight home, Caroline?
No, I'm going to the office.
Okay.
To scare them all.
Yeah, does it look?
Yeah, literally. Oh yeah.
Product-wise, we're not going to do retinols or anything active for the next 3 days, or longer if you feel is necessary. No sun tanning, sunbeds, no tan, anything like that. But the main thing now is just keeping it hydrated. Aloe vera is absolutely fine to use. This product is also absolutely fine to use. Anything that's calming, cooling, replenishing, those types of products are excellent, and nothing much more than that.
So it's 5:30. I finished my first Potenza treatment at 4 o'clock. It took about 35-ish minutes, maybe 40, but that's because we filmed little bits. It was completely bearable for the first 15 minutes. I think I was borderline asleep. No pain, not even like a jump. Slightly, not uncomfortable, but like unusual sensation around here, top of my lip. And obviously anything you do around your nose makes your eyes water, so it made my eyes water. But it wasn't painful. And when the Emla cream, which is the numbing cream, wore off towards the end, I got a bit irritated towards the end, sort of from down here and down here. But all in all, pain rating, like 2 out of 10 at the beginning, maybe a 5, 6 by the end of it, but completely bearable, wouldn't put me off going back. Like I say, the swelling and the redness and the heat is going down already, and it's only been an hour and a half. So yeah, so far so good. And we will obviously check in. But we've got another like 4, I think, to go every 6 weeks. So that's like 6 months. Wow. Who knows what I'll look like then?
So I'm 1.75 here, just on the sides, and then I will be going a little bit deeper. We'll be sort of 2, and 2.25 I'm going to try and do on the neck. But yeah, so my impedance.
By then, you might get your first tears.
And that was the number we're talking about. So ideally it needs to be below 600. Anything below 300 is amazing. So yeah, if we're around 200, then we're happy days. And we've already got a nice little erythema there. pinkness here, which all expected. Perfect, so we're just coming back into here.
Open my eyes to you two today.
Sort of sense them.
That red face. This feels completely normal. My neck.
Oh yeah.
This is my 4th Potenza treatment, but we did have a big gap between 3 and 4, so I'm going to do number 5 to see if the effects are sort of given another boost.
Yeah.
So my face is a bit sore, a bit like hot. My face is hot. Feel.
It's quite hot.
And tight and dry. But I'm going to go back to the office and slather myself in our fragrance-free moisturiser, and it'll be gone by tonight.
Yeah.
Better be. I'm going out for dinner. Poor me. It's still quite tight, and it's really tight under here.
Mm-hmm.
And my neck is like this. But it goes down so quickly. So what time is it now? It's 10 past 12-ish.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a check-in with me in like an hour or 2 hours, so you'll see. It's like it almost disappears. But I mean, it's literally, you can see I've had stuff done.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the downtime's not bad.
Yeah. And for context, we're filming tomorrow and you'll be fine for it, won't you?
Forgot about that. Yeah, I'll have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Be fine. Easily covered with makeup. I just put some soothing serum on and our fragrance-free moisturiser and crack on.
And how many sessions did you have after you truly saw a difference?
First one.
There you go.
First one.
Mm-hmm.
Everything felt a bit more snatched.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite like that now. This will calm down. But the first one I definitely noticed more in my neck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's not surgery, but there's definitely a bit of, I would say this has been more effective than I've had cool sculpting, I've had old therapy, in terms of that kind of treatment. I haven't really done a lot of laser, but this has been the most effective.
And will you need to get like another one done, say 6 months down the line, a year down the line?
I'm not too sure what the follow-up etiquette is. I will do my research because I would like to think I could keep it up. I mean, it's not like I've got a big event to look forward to. Like everything we do is kind of an event these days, so I just need to look fresh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm under no pretenses that I'm gonna, in 2 hours I'm gonna look like Cindy Crawford in 1984. Do you know what I mean? But you just want to be fresher. I haven't had any Botox or filler for well over a year now. It was like the earlier part of last year when I had that done. And I don't even think about having Botox or filler these days. I just don't care. But I mean, this is good for all over like skin condition, which you don't really get with Botox and filler. Botox and filler are more like scaffolding. This is sort of all over skin condition and glow. So that's the difference. And I'm always chasing the glow. So to round up, do I think Potenza is worth it? Yes, absolutely. If you can afford it and your skin warrants it. I had 6 treatments over the course of around 9 to 10 months. And the results on me were that my skin was definitely tighter. It appeared tighter. It felt tighter. It was smoother. It was brighter. And the downtime is not as bad as you would think for a treatment that's quite invasive. So I would have the treatment and I would generally, the redness would be gone and the sort of slight swelling would be gone before I got back to my office, about half an hour's journey. So definitely something worth considering. The collagen will continue to deposit for about 6 to 12 months following your course. So after a year or so, you might want to top up or you might want multiple treatments. There is so little downtime for something this invasive, let's be honest. I would highly, highly recommend. Any questions, leave them for me down below and I will get back to all of you.